Hey guys, it's Brett, your Scentsy fragrance consultant. I'm here with a review of the new Scentsy candles that are going to be coming out September 1st. So if you saw our Scentsy Family Reunion giveaways haul, we showed that we received this at Scentsy Family Reunion. We all got a candle in the giveaways, and if you did the virtual giveaways, you will be getting one mailed to you. You should be receiving that anytime now. And then they announced that they are going to be making candles that will be in the fall, winter. They're not in the catalog, but they will be for sale on the website. We don't know the prices or anything yet, but we just know they're going to have candles. We got a 2-wick candle. This one right here that I'm reviewing is a 2-wick candle. And this 2-wick candle is a 12.5 ounce candle. But they also said they will eventually be making 1-wick candles as well as 3-wick candles. So I'm sure the 1-wicks will be smaller and the 3-wicks will be a little bit bigger. And this is in the scent Camp Scentsy, which is the fragrance that they made specifically for Scentsy Family Reunion. So you only get this scent if you went to Scentsy Family Reunion with the giveaways, or if you did the virtual with giveaways. They also made this fragrance in the Scentsy pods as well as the wax bar. So we got all three. We got the 3 wax bars, we got pods, and we got a candle. So the scent notes for this Camp Scentsy, I'll read the description. It says, fresh picked berries, bright peach, and sweet apple blossom are woven together like your favorite friendship bracelet. And the top notes are juicy pineapple, red strawberry, sparkling lemon. Mid notes are apple blossom, Georgia peach, and fresh air. And the base notes are whipped vanilla, red raspberry, and tropical fruit. So I basically get fruit. It's very fruity. I get a mixture of all those fruit. I get a mixture of the pineapple, the strawberry, lemon, Georgia peach, red raspberry, tropical fruit. Apple blossom, I don't really get a lot of floral in here. If there is, it's just a subtle hint of a floral way in the background. And the whipped vanilla, maybe just a subtle hint too. It's not creamy by any means. It could just barely be back there. So I would say it's mostly fruity. Like I said, the pineapple, strawberry, lemon, peach, raspberry, tropical fruit, that's mostly what you get. And you might just barely get a subtle hint of like a little bit of a floral, just a touch, maybe just a little bit of whipped vanilla, but it's not a floral fragrance by any means, or even real creamy vanilla. It's just a hint of that, but it's mostly a fruity scent. Yeah, it doesn't, I'm not going to go too much about the scent because you can't get it anyway unless you went to Family Reunion or did the virtual giveaway. So, but you never know, it might come out in clearance somewhere. I don't know if they ever bring these scents from Family Reunion out in clearance. They may, but if you like fruity scents, I think you like it, because that's pretty much what it is. I like it. It's a nice, good fruity scent, really good for the summertime. So when I first lit this candle, I lit it and the flames were not real strong when I first lit it. It took quite a while to pull out. When I first lit it, it took almost 6 hours for it to completely pull out after I first lit it. And like I said, the flames weren't really strong. They were not puny by any means, but they were, they were like medium size. They weren't real strong, not puny, kind of in between. But because the flames weren't real, not real super strong, it took a little while for it to pull out. Like I said, almost 6 hours, and it finally pulled all the way out. But every burn after that, it pulled out much faster. So it's just that first initial burn that takes a while for that soy wax to really melt all the way. And then after you put it out and then you light it each time after that, it pulls out way faster. Like I'm talking maybe not even 30 minutes, it pulls out completely. So it's been fine after that first burn I'm pulling out, and it's got an even wax pull all the way. It's done really good. So I will now show you the wax pull right now. So as you can see, the burn is doing really well. It's completely pulled out. The flames are not overly strong, but they're not puny. They're like just a perfect size. So like I said before, I light it each time after I blow it out. These don't have lids either, so you have to either use a snuffer or just blow it out. I kind of wish they would make lids because it's kind of easier to put them out with the lids, but some people don't like doing that because they think it traps in the smoke. But each time after you light it, or before you light it, I trim the wick a little bit and then relight it, and then they've been nice and steady, pulling out no problems. There's just a little bit of clippings down underneath there a little bit, but that's just going to happen sometimes. But yeah, the burn has been really good. After that first initial burn, took a while to pull out, but after that it's been fine. So yeah, so it's been burning fine. It just took a little while on that first burn, but after that it's been pulling out fine, no problems. The flames have been really good and strong. Done really well. And there hasn't been any soot really, except for one time when I lit it, but I think that's my fault because I let it go a little bit longer than it should, because on the back of the jar it says do not burn the candle for more than 4 hours at a time. And that's typically what you should do with candles. You keep it, don't burn them any longer than like 3 to 4 hours, because if you let it go longer than 3 to 4 hours, it'll tend, the flames will get really, really strong, and then it'll start getting soot coming off the flame if you let it go longer than like 4 hours. So you always want to make sure with candles, after 3 to 4 hours, blow it out, and then, you know, let it harden, trim the wicks, and relight it if you, or the next day or the later that day or whatever. But because of the wicks, the longer it burns, the longer the wick will be more exposed, and then the soot will come off the top. So you don't, I typically I'll set the Alexa timer for like 3 to 4 hours so I don't forget to blow it out. But this one time I forgot, and I think I let it go for like 6 or 7 hours maybe, and there was just a little bit of soot on the sides of the jar, just a little bit. But that, like I said, I think that was my fault. So try not to let it burn more than 3 to 4 hours. And as far as the throw, it's been doing well. I'd say on average it's about 7 to 7.5. It's a good medium to strong medium. When I very first lit it, when the flames weren't real strong, when it was took a while to pull out, it was probably like a 6 to 6.5. But then after those flames got a little bit stronger, it was more like 7 to 7.5. So it's done really well. I can totally smell it, no problem at all. Scentsy said that these candles would be a little more of a subtle background scent. If you want a stronger scent, you should go with the wax melts. Yeah, maybe, but I think it's not real subtle to me. I smell it fairly well, but it is in the bedroom. I haven't tried it in the open concept, but I didn't want to try it in my open concept because I've tried many other candles in my open concept with our vaulted ceilings, and they just struggle a lot to perform in there. So I didn't think it would be fair to burn it in there, because the candles just don't do very well in my open concept. So I just wanted to do it in a bedroom to see how it did in here. It's doing fine. So I'm impressed with this. I really am. As long as you don't burn it longer than 3 to 4 hours, I don't think you have any problems with the soot. It's after that first burn, it pulls out fine. It's just that first initial burn, you kind of think, oh, it's taking a long time to pull out. But after that, it's fine. It's been throwing fine. I'm pretty pleased with these. So, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to, I said in our haul that I don't know if I'm going to be buying a lot of these candles, because I don't burn candles that much anymore, because in our previous home we had a lot of soot. But I didn't used to be diligent about trimming my wicks. I used to let them go and go and go, and I didn't trim them like I should, and I know that's why I had more soot than what you probably would if you would be more diligent of blowing it out every 3 to 4 hours and trimming those wicks all the time. But I still most likely will melt mostly the wax melts, the wax bars, but you know, I'll try a candle here and there. I'm kind of excited to see what scents they have in them, and then I'm definitely curious about the price, because we have no idea what the prices are on these yet. So stay tuned to our channel, and we'll let you know as soon as we find out. Probably towards the end of August, we might find out the prices of them, because like I said, they're not in the catalog, but they will be on the website come September 1st. But we consultants might find out just a little bit earlier than that. But anyway, I just wanted to give a quick little review of this candle. Like I said, it's more than halfway done here, so I wanted to review it. And stay tuned to my empties, because I'll let you know how it finished the rest of the way in the candle. But yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with this. I think they did a pretty good job with these. So way to go, Scentsy. You got candles now. For everybody who wants candles, get an optional choice. You can have candle, or you can just still do the wax melts if you only want the wax melts. But give another option: wax melts, pods, candles, and all that stuff. All right, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in our next video. Bye.